This is August the 12th, 2025. And I wasn't gonna even do this video, but I need to do it because I gotta record. I gotta document all the stupidity. Um so this morning I was not focused at all, but still was trying to trade, which is a big no-no. And then yesterday I didn't check a trade at all. And I think I had more when I have those moments where I don't trade a day because of choppiness or whatever the conditions are previously. I sometimes have a situation where I come back in the next day and I'm more on edge to want to trade. And that's all a part of that trading psychology, all a part of getting those emotions under control. The trade I took earlier was a put, and it was on a put pull. It was just a pullback. And I should have, when I saw profit, take profit. It was this move here. And I did not like take profit. And for one, it was such a small because the overall trend was an uptrend that was already established. I had no business taking the trade in the first place. I should have waited for the opening for this to continue upward, which it was already obvious it was going to do anyway. And I had a fair value gap that pretty much said, "Hey, I'm coming here. I'm a pretty much be a magnet for this thing. It's gonna pull all the way back down here, and it's gonna go on ahead and go to the heavens." And that's exactly what it did right here. And it's really upsetting to myself that I just not focused and not following my own rules. The rules simply say my rules. Based on my rules, I shouldn't have even taken this anyway. I was just getting in because I'm just was, I guess, anxious. I don't even just was. It was just crazy. I was waiting for it to break either this level here to the upside or this level here to the downside. But there was this box right here was a fair gap value gap that I marked off in the pre-market, and it went right to that area, rejected it, and this 10 o'clock candle would have been my entry had I been paying attention like I normally would have been. And it just and it shoulda coulda woulda, it just sounds stupid even saying it. But this move was, the move here. And this is always hindsight, where you're looking back in hindsight and you're like, man, I see it now. And at the time, when you're sitting down trading, you gotta be focused, man. You gotta be in a situation where you're paying attention and knowing that you're needing to either sit and wait, which this was a wait period. This position, oh, and even if I had this little rejection here, this is also an entry, and simply protecting the bottom portion of the fair value gap down here. Stop loss back here, still an entry. Not even if not even waiting on this, entering off that initial rejection here and just putting stop loss back here under the value gap, and still it would have worked out, which is I, number one thing is when I'm trading, working on making sure I'm totally focused on my trading. Like I said, I was doing this and that and preparing. I marked off my pre-market on my trading view, didn't cross reference over to my um thinkorswim, which is what I normally would have done. And this box, I didn't even chart it out until after I saw the move, and I said, wait a minute. And I went back to my trading view and I saw, my God, why did I not chart that out? Because I would have known not to get in that trade I got into had I simply charted properly. So number one rule of thumb is always preparing my charts, which I normally do. And just this morning, I kind of half did it. Uh, charted out. I come in, I do my pre-market highs and my pre-market lows. I'm verifying my previous day and high and lows as well, and kind of looking to see what price is already doing based on what's happening around those levels, what it would more than likely continue to do. So that's once again on me. Now it's at an extremely high. It hadn't even broken the 20 on this five to the downside. So who knows? This thing may go, it may continue on up to shoot 648, 645 easily. Um but I took that loss, $82 a day, because I wasn't stagnant. I wasn't seated. I was in the car. So I wasn't able to kind of sit down and really look over the choice until just now. So um, I didn't. There was also other entries that could have been taken um, after this happened. So after this happened, had I missed it, had I been in front of my computer at the time, this is still an entry here. Two breaks above the nine. So we got a close above the nine here, another close above the nine here. This rejection came back and rejected the nine, getting in on this rejection and then protecting that low. That was still another entry right here. Um, and then you got a couple of pullbacks that are some entries. I mean, but I'm just getting to where I can be seated and look and see what's happening now. So the number one thing is not the mistakes, it's just the learning from the mistakes, and to make the same thing again, do the same mistake again is the tragedy, but learning from it is the win. So I'm really pissed, but what I have to keep telling myself is just like this nice little organized move happened, it'll happen again and it'll happen again and it'll happen again. So there's no need to like just beat myself up so much about it. I live the trade another day, and it's just it still angers you at the time knowing that you missed it because you were doing other things, but then it's one thing to miss it, but another thing to just jump in there like you jumping in the pool, and you know I didn't even have confirmation to get in. I just jumped in, and that was just like a stupid move. So lesson learned, and follow rules and strategies. Number one issue for number one lesson learned for today is to follow your own rules and strategies, whatever they are, whether you're dealing with the nine EMAs, the orb, or a combination of both, fair value gaps, etc. Whatever it is, just follow the rules. Uh, and that's it. Sad day for me. Sad day.